Airbnbs are kind of dead this time of the year. And what we're going to do here is we're going to highlight all the stuff that we repurpose into these Airbnbs. Probably ask $199 for something like that at the shop, $1,000 bucks. $1,200. We repurposed it here, $199 for that. But at any rate, we got that from a junk removal. So just in case you were thinking about coming to Florida and you wanted a place to stay, and if you DM us and let us know that you're coming down, we'll give you a good discount on one of our Airbnbs. So what am I highlighting here? Here's what I want to highlight, okay? So we brought this property, and what I'm highlighting is all the stuff that we repurpose, okay? Give you an example, this decking here. This decking all came off of another property. So we took it off that property that was being torn down on the beach and we brought it out here. So if you look out here, this chair and this chair came from one of the junk removals we did. These chairs right here, same thing. They came from one of the junk removals we did. So what did we save? Probably $1,000 bucks in material on that. The chairs, I would say those chairs are probably 130 bucks a piece. All right, we're gonna go over here and check out this. So, okay, so here's another example. So we got these pavers from one of the jobs, and we filled in these little areas here to give us additional places to park. So this is another thing where we save money on that. All right, so this one here, this one's very interesting. So we bought this one and we filled in this area here in the middle and we built a unit in there. Okay, so we literally built this out. There was a kitchen there, a bathroom is back in here, and you can see down here on the floor all the divots and stuff in the concrete from when we had to take everything back out. So because of FEMA, the new rule is if you add anything in additional, you have to build it up. So we ended up having to take this out. Probably $100,000 mistake, $60,000 mistake, crazy mistake. Okay, so what I wanted to show you, and what I think is really crazy exciting, is the fact that we get a crazy amount of stuff for free, okay? So this came from one of our demos. This came from a junk removal. I remember when this came in. This couch was actually down on the beach in one of the houses that we torn down. This is a sleeper. The lamps, a lot of times we're buying those. This came out of an Airbnb or a junk removal. This we bought. This came out of a junk removal. This came out of one of the houses that we demoed. Okay, refrigerator we got from a junk removal or from a demo. The stove, the microwave, all of that stuff came from a junk removal. This was bought brand new. Bedroom set like this we could sell for like 600 bucks. Okay, so we got this bedroom set from one of the demos. I don't even know what you call that, mural or whatever. But at any rate, we got that from a junk removal. Some of the shower doors we repurpose. Most of the time in the bathrooms, we end up with new stuff. This particular one flooded again in Milton. So this is new, that's new. Now this came from the shop. We bought that, we didn't buy this. This came from another property that was demoed. Those floating shelves came from a demo. This mirror came from a demo. So this we would ask like at the shop, $399 for that. This, maybe 99 bucks. All the furniture in here, if you go to a consignment shop here in Florida, the nightstands in this dresser would be in the neighborhood of $1,000 bucks, 1,200 bucks. Yard sale price, maybe 500 bucks, 600 bucks. All of the tile in this shower and this shower right here is all repurposed tile. All the tile on the walls here and here are also, it's repurposed tile. It's stuff that we got, someone bought too much for their project and we ended up getting it through a junk removal. All right, so let's go look at the next one over here. Again, this used to be a triplex and we called it the triplex. Well, we learned a lesson. You're not allowed to have these extra units, and when FEMA's involved, they really got an issue with it. All right, so, you know, I have to tell you, I'm not really crazy about, we got like 4 or 5 of these. I'm not crazy about them. They got too many earth tones in them. All right, so each one of these, we try to have a desk. So this came from one of our clean outs. These also came out. This was the couch that was down in Fort Myers Beach, right there in the bend across from the church. The lamps are new. So these probably, both of them, this is probably 50 bucks, maybe 50 bucks, maybe 25 bucks for that. The fish on there, maybe worth 20 or 30 bucks at a yard sale. Again, same thing with this kitchen. This kitchen, we bought the cabinets and we bought the tops. We were putting in granite everywhere, and it got to the point where the timing wasn't right. So we just ended up just starting to put laminate or Formica in. So this refrigerator, the stove, the microwave, all repurposed. Same thing with the table here. So this table, what could we sell it for in the shop? You know, maybe $199, $299. That refrigerator, probably $399. The stove, maybe $199. The microwave, 50 bucks, 60 bucks, something like that. We could get, you know, 30 bucks for it maybe. We got another table and chairs back here. We put these in with the Instant Hots. So the chairs like this, it just gives people another place that they can, if they got kids, they can be out here playing games or whatever. And then the washers and dryers, we get a ton of those every year. So that set, $199, $299 for them. All right, same thing in here. This vanity, repurposed, maybe $199 for that, $299 for that. The all of this tile and stuff all came from other people's jobs. These are leftover things from different jobs. So the shower doors brand new. The floating shelves came off of one of the jobs that we did. Back in here, same thing here. So these were things that were at the shop, repurposed, something like this, $299. The tile and stuff that's there, repurposed from the shop again, probably saved us in the neighborhood of $1,000 for each one of these showers. So if you come in here, we actually have one of these full-length mirrors we were just talking about here. And then you get, this is some high-end fancy furniture here, okay? Now this is dark colors, which is typically not Florida colors, but this is super high quality furniture. Something like this, all of it together, maybe $6.99 if we sold it at the shop. So this right here, probably like 25 bucks for that mirror. Okay, let's go check out this other bedroom. Again, you're talking about really fancy high-end furniture. I mean, this is really expensive, nice stuff. Are you just gonna punch it into your phone?
Yes.
So when we're doing the Airbnbs, we always get these Roku TVs, and they make it really simple because the setup on them is just really, really quick, really, really easy, and they function really well. So that's what we do. Now these end tables here, the two of them, you know, probably ask $199 for something like that at the shop. Be happy if we got anywhere from $100 to $199 for it. Tropical picture, you know, 50 bucks. So this is all stuff that we get from doing our junk removal and our selective demolitions here in this Florida, this crazy marketplace we're in. So hey, let's go across the street and check that out. Okay, so this is kind of a fun situation. Okay, so we built out 2 units underneath this complex here, and one of them was called Snook. And we ended up, when we bought this building here, so we didn't have to redo the whole listing, we just put Snook right over here. This one's a long-term rental. On this side, we've only owned this for a short period of time. It actually appraised for more than what we paid for it. So this is where we had 2 units built underneath this. And again, because of the FEMA rules. So between over there and over here, probably was burned $150,000 worth of money on building something out that we didn't been able to use. So now this unit here, we have the decorating. We brought in most of the furniture here. So like this and this together, they match. And also the end table, you know, maybe $199 at our shop, but this came in through one of our selective demolitions. Same thing with this. Same thing with the couch and this couch. So most of these units we have, we do our best to put king bedroom sets in to make sure that we have a sleeper sofa somewhere. So this one here, we have not renovated this one. This is not, it's our colors, but we haven't renovated it. So what's gonna happen to this one, when we get done with the 2 we're working on down the street, we'll come here and we're gonna put in a new kitchen, we're gonna put in new flooring, and we're gonna paint this our colors and give it more light. So this is something that came into the shop. We repurposed it here. So $199 for that. That couch right there would ask like $199 for that. This couch here, same thing. This refrigerator, we brought the refrigerator. No, actually, I take that back. This stuff was already here. So at our shop, this would be like $299 for this stove, 50 bucks for that. And you know, depends on what year this is. But this we would probably ask $299 for it. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take all this out. And these have been repurposed. These are 1980s cabinets. They got this oak trim on them, and I know everybody's seen those. These will not repurpose. We'll throw these away, and we'll change out the countertops. We'll probably put in granite here. This is not a very unusual configuration. We'll have this. So we'll take all of this out and we'll use a kitchen from the shop and we'll replace it with that. This is a new picture or a mirror. This is something that was in the shop as well. So was this. We bought the property, it had this stackable in it. If you notice, these match the ones across the street. These, you know, like $199 for them. The lamps, again, we typically buy the lamps to make them match. We don't get that many lamps. Both of these pictures came from the shop as well. So this was a pretty good sized TV. So we tried to put decent sized TVs in here. But like this bathroom, we've not done anything to this bathroom. We've not done anything to this other bathroom. This right here, this is sparsely decorated for us. Where what I'll typically gonna do is I'll get involved in this at this point and I'll get them to, we'll bring in a really nice bedroom set for here. This one, again, we just put it together long enough to get it rented out for seasons. Season's over. When we get done with the building down the street, we'll come back here and renovate this. So again, we'll put a new shower in, put new flooring in, we'll put new kitchens in, new vanities in. It'll look freaking amazing. Have had no complaints about this property. The guys that we're competing with, this is as good or better than 90% of everything in this marketplace. So it works out. So downstairs, let's go down and see if we clean that stuff out. Well, here I am shooting stuff up for my house. I'm gonna put this in my truck. So that's that one. All right, so this one, after Hurricane Ian, this is where I lived. I lived here for about 2 months, and then we had a booking, and then I ended up moving down the street to a different one that we have. So I lived here for a while. So everything in here on this one came from junk removals or from our selective demolition stuff. So all of this furniture out here and all the furniture in here. So that furniture set out there, we'd ask like $499 for that. The kitchen in this one, the granite tops, the cabinets, all of it came from our shop. Same thing with the stove, the dishwasher, the refrigerator, the microwave, and then including this setup. So all of this stuff has come from our shop. So like this right here, I would, you know, we'd ask like $199 for that. This is actually a sleep, it folds out to sleep on it. This maybe 99 bucks. That really not a current color. Matter of fact, when I see Jennifer, I want to have her switch this out. This is not the right color for here. So that I'm just going to get it switched out. Something like that, 99 bucks, 199 depending. Same thing here. This actually has 2 pieces to it. And I'd ask like 199 for that. These, I remember when these came in, you know, I could get 199 for them. The couch maybe 99 bucks. This table and chairs, 199 for that. The washer and dryer here, I'd say 199 for that. You know, these are used prices. The flooring in here, we put the flooring in. By the way, VCT flooring, people talk about it like it's the bomb. It's not. It's not. It's not. So what we're doing now is systematically, we've changed this floor twice since we've owned this place. Okay, and people will say, well, you didn't install it properly. Well, yes, we did. It just doesn't hold up. It's just not tough enough. And we didn't buy the lowest grade, we bought the medium grade, and it doesn't hold up. So just for informational purposes, my opinion. The pictures on each side of this, you know, probably 50 bucks a piece, maybe $50 for that, or maybe definitely $50 for this fish gizmo here. Maybe 25 bucks for that. The desk there, that's just an example of a situation where we didn't have anything really cool and it ends up getting put in here. And then we'll switch stuff like that out over time. Okay, so the tile in these, I actually purchased this tile. So this is not free. This was at our shop for $2.99 and we ended up bringing it over here. It's really cool. It's a glass vanity bowl, really cool. So like 20 bucks, 25 bucks for that. And that actually was a repurposed shower door. So we would ask 99 to 199 for that. Now in here, this whole set in here would ask like $2.99 for the whole set. Okay, and the pictures, you notice there's more pictures in these. These are ones that I decorated myself. These also here, these came off of a junk removal. Now inside of here, this has got some really tropical, cool looking furniture. You see this right here? It's kind of hand carved. If I remember correctly, this came from Vietnam. It's wood from Vietnam. We ended up buying these two. That came from a junk removal. This came from a junk removal. This came from one of our building tear outs here. So this is a vanity that's been repurposed. Same thing with that mirror. So this right here, $2.99 mirror. Actually, we bought that mirror, probably paid 50, 60 bucks for the mirror. The toilets have been repurposed as well. Same thing with this shower door here. So, you know, you look at stuff and mistakes that you made, like this one right here, the shower handles here. You actually have to get in there and get wet in order to turn the shower on. So the one next door to this is the flip mirror of this one. And it is just as nice and it has even better furniture in it. So we get all kinds of crazy stuff. Like we got this lighthouse here, you know, and this is a blank space. So she put that up there. I'm gonna have to talk to her about some of this stuff. Switch that out. Okay. Okay, and then that is dirty up here.
Yes.
And
upstairs. Okay.
And then put something that looks like a sticker over this.
Okay.
So you can't see that.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Okay. So that's it. And then this, change it out for something gray.
Gray. Okay, let me see what I got.
Gray or white or brown, black or rather. Yeah. Okay. So that, if you don't have anything at the shop, I have a white chair at my house. And the grand total is $11,730. All right, so one of the upsides of being in the junk removal and demolition business is what you've seen here. We basically repurposed all this stuff. It saves us money. So we're making money coming, making money going. In other words, we make money doing the job. We make money by reselling stuff as well. And then we keep a certain amount of stuff and we repurpose it into our Airbnb inventory. So that's basically it. If you want to come stay in one of our Airbnbs, there's a link down below, and let me know that you're coming, and we'll give you a discount. And hey, I'd like you to check out this video. This is a video on where we tore out these units that we got caught bootlegged in. Okay. By the way, there are a lot of bootleg units in this area. We just got the unlucky situation of getting caught. You guys rock. Please stay tuned. Share our content. We really love doing this, and we'll see you on the next video.